There was the Republican Jewish Coalition event the other day, and, we talked about Mark Levin and Lindsey Graham, and then later on the next day you had Ben Shapiro. They all decided, let's really start going in against Tucker and Nick Fuentes, right? Ted Cruz was also at this event, and Nick Fuentes tweeted about it. He said, at the Republican Jewish Coalition, Ted Cruz says that he repeatedly begged Trump to bomb Iran for weeks. Don't let the 7K Club gaslight you into thinking that their attacks on Tucker Carlson and me are about anti-Semitism. This is about Israel losing control over America. Now, the 7K thing, for those of you who don't know, there was a report that came out that said that pro-Israel influencers online are getting paid $7,000 sometimes for individual posts to support Israel. So let's see what Ted said here first. Let's listen.
And then the single most important national security decision the president has made was the decision to launch the bombing raid on the Iran nuclear facilities. I could tell you I was on the phone with the president every single week urging him to do that, and I will tell you there are other voices within the administration and without who were telling him not to.
It's so insane to brag about that. It literally didn't have the intended effect. They still have the nuclear weapon capabilities, and they're probably secretly working on it to actually have one to avoid what happened ever happening again, where they were sitting fucking ducks and they were attacked by Israel and they were attacked by the US. But isn't it so insane to brag? Like, yeah, I said, Trump, yes, bomb another country. Yes, I love it when you bomb people. Yes. Meanwhile, anybody with a functioning brain knows Iran is no threat to us. They're no threat to us. And honestly, they were no threat to Israel. Israel's the threat to them. Israel is the threat to them. Yes, the same country that's illegally bombing Lebanon and doing a genocide in Gaza right in front of our eyes and doing mission creep to take over the West Bank and bombing fucking Yemen, the country that's bombing everybody, yeah, it turns out they're the fucking wild flailing aggressor. So anyway, Fuentes says this about Ted Cruz. Then Ted Cruz responds to Nick Fuentes and says, Trump's bombing the Ayatollah's nuclear facilities made the little Nazi mad. Good. Okay. So, a couple things. Ted Cruz is factually correct to say that Nick Fuentes is a Nazi. Why do I say that? He said himself, I admire Hitler, right? Like, he said very pro-Hitler things. He just is. He just is a Nazi. That part is true. But again, trying to do an epic burn here while bragging about bombing a country that didn't attack us and wasn't planning on attacking us. Like, what is this? Like, you think that makes you look good? Yes, I'm a warmonger. I love attacking countries that are no threat to us whatsoever. Okay, ready? He regretted this because you start reading the replies. Oh my God, bro. Ted Cruz is giving a speech to the Republican Jewish Coalition who endorsed the Hebrew hemorrhoid Randy Fine and made Israeli pager bomb threats against 18 U.S. senators for voting against sending weapons to Israel. You, as a senator, calling an American citizen a Nazi is dangerous, and you've said that yourself. And then they link to Ted Cruz saying in the past, they don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Political violence is a left-wing phenomenon. Enough is enough. We need to shut it down. So in the past, how dare you call any of us a Nazi? Now, oh, Nick Fuentes is a Nazi. Now, again, it happens to be factually true, but Ted, these are your own standards that you put out there, and you now saying it's okay for him to be killed? Is that what you're saying? And he came out scrambling afterwards, by the way, and was like, oh no, I'm only saying that because he said it himself. I'm telling you, he regretted this because you scroll and you tell me who has the heart of the Republican base, certainly the plugged-in online Republican base. Who's bombing Syria? Israel. Who's bombing Lebanon? Israel. Who's murdering Palestinians? Israel. Who's the biggest threat to peace? Iran. Like literally every reply. Time to choose, Ted. America first or Israel first? Judeo-Christian values. Israel has bombed the mausoleum of Simon Peter, apostle of Christ, in Shama, southern Lebanon. The sacred site stood for 908 years before Israel destroyed it. Somebody sends the video of him. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Where he goes to kiss his daughter and she pulls away and he tries to lean in to kiss and looks at the camera like, did you guys see me kiss my daughter? I'm kissing my daughter because I'm a good dad. Me. I'm Ted Cruz. Me. I love the scary music that they put with that. When discussing his support for Israel, Ted Cruz stated that his intended purpose or main goal is to be the leading defender of Israel in the U.S. Senate. He has articulated two primary reasons for this position, a key one being his religious conviction. Somebody posted this classic, Ted Cruz with his pro-Israel cheerleader outfit and pom-poms. I love that one. You know what you're doing and it's sick. And then it's the same tweet about him saying, they call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Are you trying to get Nick killed? Same tweet. Anyway, bro, you scroll through, it's the whole thing. So there's a bunch of lefties who are shitting on Ted Cruz, but there's also a bunch of far-right Nazis who are shitting on Ted Cruz also. And yeah, look at this. Look at this one. They don't understand, you guys created this environment. You guys did this. all of the establishment Republicans, first of all, you've made a lot of arguments that are certainly, if not outright Nazi, they are Nazi adjacent. They are very, they're pointing people in that direction. And then when some of these people decide, I'm going to go all the way, you're like, how dare you go all the way? Like, I'm sorry, Ben Shapiro. All of your, bigoted arguments over the years, all your warmongering, that points in a fucking Nazi direction. Turns out somebody came along and just dropped the act and said, I'll go all the way. Sure, I'm a Nazi. That's Nick Fuentes' thing, right? And so, you guys help create this environment that led to this, right? And then the other thing is, you guys are so stupid, you're leaving this lane wide open on the right that all it takes is somebody to step in and say, I don't want to fund Israel's genocide in Gaza. I don't want to give them, tens of billions of dollars to murder children with my money in my name. So if somebody comes along on the right and says that, yes, a lot of particularly young right-wingers are going to go, that guy's way more fucking reasonable than Ted Cruz and Trump and these establishment hacks. So they leave the door wide open. Again, here you are, Brett. You're right that Nick Fuentes is a Nazi, but you're wrong to fucking stunt about illegally bombing Iran. So I'm telling you, man, the choices on the right are very simple. You could either have the people who are anti-Hitler and anti-Nazi, but pro-Netanyahu and pro-current day genocide. You could either have them or support the people who are pro-Hitler and pro-Nazi, but against Netanyahu's current day genocide in Gaza. Those are your options. So it's either the old Holocaust was based people or the new Holocaust is based people. That's it. So that's why I always say, you don't have to fucking take sides. You don't have to take sides. Let the right fucking tear each other apart, rip each other to shreds, go for each other's jugulars, let them, fight until the party completely collapses into dust in front of all of our eyes. Let them do it. Let them fight. So in all seriousness, you should all be cheering. Tucker Carlson, where's your response to these people shitting on you? To Ben Shapiro doing a big segment shitting on you? To Mark Levin shitting on you? I want to see a big response from Tucker. I want to see a big response from Nick Fuentes. I want you to call out Ted Cruz directly, call out Mark Levin directly, call out Ben Shapiro directly. Let's see it. Let's see it. So we might be on the brink of seeing exactly that, because you just had Levin and Shapiro and Lindsey Graham and some of them decide to launch an all-out assault, and I'm guessing there's a counterattack coming any minute now. But I'm sure Ted Cruz regretted this because, bro, you got nobody. You got nobody on your side right now. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in the long run with the Republican base? I'm sorry, bro. It's over. It's over. Candace had on Nick, normalized him. Tucker Carlson had on Nick, normalized him. These people are scared of Nick Fuentes, and so to avoid getting the backlash of the Groypers, they semi-bend the knee, right? And let him into the polite society. The Heritage Foundation said, we're not going to fucking cancel Tucker because he talked to Nick. We don't agree with Nick, but, fight it out in the battle place of ideas or whatever the fuck, right? That's a tacit, hey, he's in the tent, what are we going to do? Agreement, right? Well, then that's the future. That's the future. Who else is going to fill his shoes for the future of the Republican Party? It's not going to happen. And Ted Cruz, your shit is just washed, bro. You're just washed. Nobody likes you. So I'm sure he regretted that. So as I said, let him fight. Let him fight. Keep going at it. It really does, in some ways, look like Fuentes is a left-wing op that divide and conquers the right. That's actually what it appears like. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.